Hello guys, welcome back to my Roomsgame tutorial, and in today's video we are going to be focusing on portal spawners and roamers. So yeah, first though I want to change something. I'm going to go to End Template, select this, scroll down all the way down here, and I just want to simply divide this by speedhandle.rps because it feels inconsistent just having it not do that. And I am going to go do the same to A105. So yeah. spdh.rps. Oh, dot value. Yeah, I need to make it a dot value or else it will break. Where's it? Dot value, yeah. And then we can weight that amount to 2. So yeah, let's copy this, and paste it all into the other ones. So yeah. Now, since we're done with that, we can actually get a move onto the stuff. So first I want to show you a update. So door open now should take an argument, which is D, and also down here where it says local pool door equals, it should equal this. Hello?
Idiot songs.
Okay.
Making a YouTube video.
Yes. Supposed to?
Good.
Go away, snad lapper.
It's not even my username anymore.
I know. And chosen door should equal pool door dot door, and that should be the new thing and such. And yeah, that should be it for now. Now we can actually get to work. So oh yeah, I moved the spawn, so it's over by the edge now. So because I added new rooms, and one of them would clip into the ground when it would spawn. So you're now at the very edge. There. And I'm going to copy this. Paste it into here and call it. I'm gonna call you the entity name spawn. So maybe a dash 125 spawn. Maybe something like that. And then group it. And then I should actually copy this name. And then rename this to Pry, because it's going to be the primary. And you'll see why soon. I'm going to set this to the primary part. I'm going to make the primary part invisible. I'm going to drag this down to the spawn door. And I'm going to copy Pry, name this, let's just say top, because we want you to spawn from the top. Now you could make him spawn from the bottom and like A150 from Interminable Rooms, but I'm just going to choose the top. And then I'm gonna make you one by one by one. Bro, what is happening? That better not be copyrighted. I'm gonna make sure that Fry is still primary part. I'm going to add in top. Top, I'm going to add a. Now, top is where you want all of your effects at, so I'm going to add first a point light, maybe. Have you -255. Have shadows disabled, set arrange like maybe 6 or 4. I'm trying to make a portal the lazy way. 2. And set your brightness to like 1000. And then I can copy you again. Change you to, let's just say, a nice peach, I think. Make you maybe 4. Maybe change you to, rename you to point light black. Maybe change your range to 3. Now I'm going to actually, just so I can, I'm going to copy this and paste it into here just so I have it for later. Maybe I can take your particles and put them in the portal too. And then open up my trusty asset holder and get the things from there. Maybe change this to a calm 100, 200, and maybe 5. And this is just gonna be temporary. Maybe I will shrink these particles. Maybe something like this. And then maybe I can add a rain effect. Maybe I can get an effect like I got the like this maybe. Not my rain effect. Well, quote unquote rain. I just want particles that fall and look cool. Particle emitter fall, let's just call it. And And we are going to want to set your speed to 0, I think. And then set your acceleration to, let's just say, -10 maybe. Make your drag like -1 maybe. Yeah, that looks good. Except I actually want a bigger thing. Want a bigger get out of thing. I don't know why I say get out of. Maybe something like this, 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 and this. I'm going to give you a slight Z acceleration, maybe 2. Except I want it going the other way. Oh, -2 maybe? Maybe I want you to emit light along with actually being influenced by it. And maybe I want something that resembles something that would fall, so maybe this maybe. Probably not, but I'm still gonna try it anyways. Maybe make them rotate like -45, -45 or something like that. -100, 100 maybe? It's probably speed dependent. Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll set your speed to 1. Some of it's rotating. Maybe I'll scale you. Maybe I'll make you transparent. And maybe I'll actually change the texture like I said I was going to. But the problem is I just don't know what texture to set it to. Oh yeah, most of these assets, you should know by now, but most of these assets and the asset holder are not mine. Maybe something like these animated textures. Maybe texture like this. You know, I could animate it. I could go down here, go to flip out layer and grid by 2x2, and then set it to like 60 or something. Not 60, like 4 maybe. But to be honest, I kinda like it like this. No, I changed my mind. I actually want it like something like this. Maybe 16? Maybe something like that. And then I can just drag this out. Since this is a stationary particle, we do not care about that the particles are not, don't drag or whatever it's called. And just temporarily, because the entity does not exist yet, I'm going to change this to entity template. Or tiles on it. It can actually be something like a paper on the ground, for example, like A150. Just for now, I should actually, wait, did I grab the right template? No, I did not grab the right template. I'm going to actually grab the minion template. I'm going to call you minion spawn or cat. Maybe something like that. If you don't want minions, you can just delete minion 1 from there. I'm going to set a value under here, and it's going to be an object value, and it's going to be portal. And I'm going to select this one temporarily. I'm going to drag objects back into there, so I have a clean and nice workspace. And then in int summon handle, I am going to, first of all, I'm going to get rid of this, because it does not matter if it's from the front. If you putting a portal on it, you want it from the front. So by default, we are going to have view front enabled. We're gonna say we're gonna say local port equals script dot portal dot value dot clone port dot C-frame, port pivot to cur dot value dot egg dot nd obj dot exit dot C-frame. And how about we add a new delay and spawn handle called spawn portal cooldown. Oh wait, do we? No. We don't, because we can just have spawn cooldown set. We're going to move this under here, I think, and we're going to do int dot pivot to port dot C-frame. Primary part dot C-frame or something like that. And then hopefully this works as intended. So should appear and should spawn some A60s. So yeah. And I added some new rooms, by the way. And also I added a fake door. And I changed the table code a bit, because it was a bit messy. Give me new rooms. that is a problem, that it immediately spawns things when it is doing things. So we're going to cut this, and we're going to move it down. Where are we going? Shoot. I'm gonna paste that down here, and then first of all, I'm going to select all of these and disable the obnoxious screen shake. Maybe set YouTube 10. And that reminds me, actually, I need to go to starter play, starter character, shake handle, and simply put this in parentheses. GG minus, I'm going to put this in a variable. Let's just call it local d equals this d minus d, simply, I think. So as the entity gets closer, the screen shake will have more and more effect, instead of immediately jumping to high screen shake. Except something seems to be a bit broken. Oh yeah, it's because I need to do d minus... I need to do the limit minus d. Not just simply d, so... this, I think. Yeah, because if d is 500 and max is 1000, it'll be 500 and subtract 500. But if d is 2 and this is 1000, it will no, we want this to be a negative number, so it should be d minus, because if this is 500, if this is 1000 and this is 500, we get negative 500, so it should add 500. If this is 2 and we subtract 1000, we should get negative 998, and this will... Am I doing something wrong? Is it a multiply? Yeah, I think it's a multiply, like something like this, maybe? Yeah? Is it multiply? So let's say that d is 2 and this is 1000. Subtract, get negative 998, divide by 1000, and we multiply by negative 0.998, which will not matter. Negatives and positives do not matter, I don't think. And also, why is this not working? Oh yeah, I need to set port, I need to set port, work dot parent to cur dot value dot, yeah, just cur dot value, and then something like this maybe. And then now the shake handle is not working, but this is working. We're going to actually int dot position equals vector3 dot new, let's just say negative 100,000, negative 100,000, 0. Let's actually just do 0, negative 100,000, 0. Something like that. And move this under the spawn. But we are actually going to still play spawn before that and actually have another value, which is going to be spawn out. And not spawn out is going to play when the player is when the entity is coming out of the portal. Now, why is this not working? Does negative numbers actually do have an effect on this? Is it due to the fact that I need to... Sorry. Let's try again. So D is the distance between, and this is how much we want it to shake. So maybe this divided by D, maybe? Because 1000 divided by... Oh no, we cannot do 1000 divided by 0. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'll just do minus D. And then subtract. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh no. Problem is that we want this multiply. We got to get the inverse of that and we want to get the inverse of D, which should just be D minus, because if D, no, it wants to be this, and we want to multiply it by that divided by, oh, that is outside the parentheses. That is why it is messing up. Because of PEMDAS, or PEMDAS. Not divided by, maybe something like this. Maybe? Why you're not loading? Let me save this to Roblox. There it goes. Randomize. And then the portal. And then that should be it. And yay, we done it. We did it. Yeah, I think that should be it. So yeah, let me test the new screen shake first, actually. Before we move on to roaming entities, which is like one of the most easiest entities to do. Why's my internet so bad? Let me test if the screen intensity works correctly, which it looked like it did, but it actually may have not. And you can look at the beautiful rooms that spawn. Is that internet lag or is that just something serious? Oh yeah, that is something serious. I think I know why that's happening. It's just that A10 is despawning before the thing can actually delete itself. So we're just gonna add a script, call it delete after time. Actually, we're not gonna make the script because we already have the script. We can just we can just copy it from ntemplate aimbot. We can just paste it into here. Set this to like, let's just say 3 seconds maybe. And then we can enable it. First of all, I'm going to change this like 500 maybe. And I'm going to enable it in the script. N dot timer script dot enabled equals true. I'm going to do that for all the scripts, but not now because I am on a time crunch. And the backup has passed. I'm just gonna leave this open to remind me. So I'm going to copy the int template. I'm going to paste it into here and call you int template roam. And under int handle, I am just going to the heck? I'm going to select everything. Sorry. I'm going to jump 3 spaces, and I'm going to gray out, and that should hopefully gray out all this code. We're going to actually add a value under int handle, which is going to be called, which is a bool value under int handle, which is going to be called enable kill, and that is self-explanatory. So we're going to do int.kill.enabled equals enable kill dot value. If it's false, it's going to disable it, and if it's true, it's going to enable it. And then I can just simply do int dot anchored equals false. And first of all, I'm going to go down here. Might as well, since I'm here, just copy this and paste it in here. And I'm going to set and spawn handle front to true. I'm going to do 4. I'm going to do 1, no, 4, I, x, and I pairs. No, not I, x, I equals 1, SPN H dot despawn cooldown dot value divided by 100 do, and at the very end I'm going to do test dot weight 0.0. I'm actually going to do test dot weight 0.1 and set this to 10, and I'm going to also set despawn cooldown to 10. I'm going to do int apply impulse angular vector 3 dot new math dot random negative, that's just v comma v. I'm going to define v later. I'm going to copy this, paste it again, paste it again. I'm going to go local v equals, let's just say 1000, and then I'm just going to drag this into server storage. And then I'm going to test it. And hopefully and the answer is no. This is probably because I did angular instead of normal impulse. So it was trying to spin instead of trying to actually move. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Do something. Do something, bro. Don't make me set this to an unreasonably high amount of value until you actually move. You don't want that to happen. Come on, do something. Yeah. I'm recording a video now. Okay. Okay. Maybe that. This is probably due to the fact that this needs to be 0. So it can stay on the same Y level. So yeah, hopefully it works. It appears to be a bit too strong. Maybe something like that. Apply impulse is one of my least favorite. It is very finicky, and it's probably because yeah, this one will also have the speed will not affect this, because it is a set value, unfortunately. Yay. And that will be all for now. Next will probably be multi-mergers and multi-vortexes. So, bye. Like, I gotta go, like, now. Bye.